I'm Mike Mizak with the local news. On Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, the anti-choice organization 40 Days for Life organized a march in downtown Pittsburgh from Epiphany Catholic Church to the Planned Parenthood on Liberty Avenue. Pro-choice counter-protesters demanded that parishioners stop harassing patients at the Planned Parenthood downtown. Protesters poured fake blood on the statue of Michael the Archangel. This was to symbolize the increase of pregnancy-related deaths brought on by the Dobbs decision in the Supreme Court to nullify Roe v. Wade, the law that previously protected national abortion access. Parishioners and clergy from around the region marched while chanting the Litany of the Saints. Some protesters carried politically charged flags popular with the Christian identity movement, including an Appeal to Heaven flag and an America First flag. When asked to comment on the political nature of the procession, the Pittsburgh Catholic Diocese failed to provide a response. The Catholic Church and 40 Days for Life are both considered 501c3s, meaning they are tax exempt. "40 Days for Life is an organization that targets specific clinics for dedicated protesting with the goal of getting them closed."
Like, you need to lead your campaign in front of these little Planned Parenthood. Number one, they're easier to close. You can knock them off easily. Okay. So they're easier to close. I shouldn't say that. Now I sound like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Pro-life way.
Charitably pray them out of business.
In the Friday the 13th movies, Jason never speaks. Here, the man carrying the alt-right associated America First flag appears to have cleaned the fake blood off of the Archangel statue. I had to check his shoes to see if he was wearing Nazi shoelaces. He wasn't. I posted video of the event on social media and was contacted by anonymous sources stating that members of 40 Days for Life had participated in unseemly behaviors such as stalking counter-protesters and in some cases even attacking counter-protesters. Planned Parenthood provides services including contraception, breast exams, pap smears for cervical cancer screening, prenatal care, and pregnancy testing. Planned Parenthood has stated that only 3% of visits are abortion-related. And in some small towns, Planned Parenthood remains the only option for pregnancy care. Carney's stated strategy for 40 Days of Life is to stage constant protests in front of clinics with the aim of causing people to miss their appointments.
We are going to see abortion-free cities. Y'all are working on that. We're working on that. Our wonderful friends that lobby at the state level are working on that. So we're going to have abortion-free cities, states, and regions. It will be geographical. Yeah. So it is the activism can and does close an abortion facility. Mm-hmm. It could close a Chick-fil-A. It could close, BLM and
don't say that too loud.
Yeah. If you protest Chick-fil-A, their business is going to go down. Now, you shouldn't. You should probably be arrested and not given the death penalty, but put on death row just to scare them. Never do this ever again. I'm unconditionally pro-life, I promise.
Did not.
Sean Carney is not shy about his disdain for LGBTQ plus people. Here he is saying that being gay is the same as being anti-family.
I think Generation Z is the first pro-life generation that's anti-family. Yeah. Because they completely, they support homosexual marriage. They support all this trans stuff. And granted,
25% of them are LGBTQIA++.
IA++.
Disappointing.
Bruh. Planned Parenthood is one of the country's biggest providers of gender-affirming care for trans and non-binary people. Now, of course, 40 Days for Life sees this as a problem.
The transsexual stuff is so saddening because our greatest gift of our identity, a big part of that, is not our gender, our sex. Mm-hmm. And you're a woman and I'm a man, and that's who we are. And when we start denying that so that we can find some other identity, we strip away our humanity. And when you strip away your humanity, you're easier to kill. And that's why the abortion industry, I believe, loves all of this stuff, because it's a further, they're dehumanizing themselves by saying, I'm no longer a woman. Or maybe I am today, but I'm not tomorrow. And there is a difference. There is a difference between saying, and she had an abortion, and saying, and she aborted her little girl.
Also, Sean is a huge fucking nerd who likes Elon Musk and shit.
So our mayors and governors in Texas are going out and getting Elon and Tesla to move here, or Charles Schwab. Mm-hmm. And I guess in New York and California, they're going to go and recruit abortionists.
Oh, yeah. Those are some great neighbors for it.
Now, how do you handle an organization like 40 Days for Life? Well, for one, you could sign up to be a clinic escort at Planned Parenthood, and you can be right in the trenches with them. On the other hand, you can take the same techniques that Sean uses and bring yourselves to a pregnancy crisis center. Now, if you don't know what these are centers that pose as perhaps abortion clinics, but once they get patients in, they do everything they can to make sure that the person does not have an abortion. And in Pittsburgh, the center is located right across from the Planned Parenthood. For the local news, I'm Mike Mizak.